Hello again. Let me see if we are straight this time. Hope you're having a great day. Gonna have to get with my technical guys. Yes, there we go. But we're not very straight. Let's see if I can't straighten this out a bit. Actually, I should straighten out my camera. Hold on. I hate it crooked. Oh, there, you can see my hand. We're going all over the place today, aren't we? Oy. Let's see. Okay, and we're barely on the camera. Hold on. I'm going to do a little jiggle and wiggle. Since I'm on live in the correct way, I don't want to fool with it anymore today. Somehow I managed to get off of being the manager of my group, the moderator. Okay, there we go. Boy, that looks a whole lot better. Hopefully you can hear me and hopefully you can find me. Alright, so what are we talking about today? We are talking about coloring in yet another way. So hopefully this will make coloring a little bit easier for you and or add to the coloring that you do now. And you can see there's lots of stuff on my table here. So the stamps I'm using are Z4696, the Turtley Awesome. And it's a cute, adorable set with thin cuts. And then I also have from the Dream Maker collection, which is a special that I believe goes through the end of June, is CC3234. And what's neat about this one is that it's a double pack. So you get two in here with the foam in between. Okay? And if like always, if you have any questions, just put them in the comments and I'll get back to you. With the mount the way that it is, I sometimes can see my comments, but a lot of times I'm sitting down so I don't see them and they don't come across my computer. Enough talking about that. So, first thing I want to tell you is use permanent ink because we are going to be doing a little bit of watercolor pencil with some water and some shimmer brush. And that is very wet, so we need to make sure that our ink, our black ink, doesn't run all over the place. Also, when you stamp your image in black, let it dry. Make sure that it's really dry and set for a little bit. It is dry to the touch almost instantly, but because we're adding color pencils and we're adding water and markers, just give it a few more, a couple more minutes. All right. Let's see. Just wanted to make sure I tell you. So we are going to be using colored pencils dry and wet, and then the colored pencil over the top again. I know that probably doesn't make any sense, but here we go. So here's the first little swatch that I made, and this is dull green blend marker. Okay. I'm going to do the turtle first. And I chose the big turtle so you could see it better. And then I just went and kind of made my own little swatch sheet with my colored pencils that I thought would look good with that. Alright? And I number my colored pencils, so that just makes it a little bit easier. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our light green marker and we are going to color in all of our bits and pieces that we want light. And I didn't know how much of this you would want to watch, but I thought maybe this little bit, the whole process, wouldn't take too long. And then you can get a feel for how much time you're doing and that kind of thing. So this is all just the light, just haphazardly really coloring it. I'm going to make this light too, because we're going to go over it with colored pencils. So virtually everything is light on here, except for this little band we're going to make medium color. And if you have any questions about the markers, a lot of you have seen me do a lot with them. let me know. Okay, so that's our basic coloring, quick and easy. Now we're going to take our colored pencils and we're going to just kind of enhance this color. Now colored pencils, you can do them a lot to make them smooth. In other words, the way that you color with them. I always tend to have not a sharp end, but I don't know if you can see this. Let's see. But I have a little blunt end rather than a sharp end. Even on my sharp end, there is a blunt side. That just helps you blend a little better. If you do want, so that helps you blend out a little better, but not to say that you can't, one, blend with this, or take it back and get a stronger on the point. Hopefully that makes sense. So we've colored a little bit with our colored pencil. Just going to add a little bit in here. Any little dark lines are usually where you want to put dark. And then I'm going to go with this darker color. And I'm just going to add some around the shell and into this area. And I'm not really paying that much attention. And this one I'm just going to color in this little square part. And I'm doing it kind of haphazardly so you can see just how nicely it blends. Oh, and then I went around a little bit of here, a little bit. I'm giving it a little bit of shadow. This is nice because then you can add a lot more contrast than just with, you know, the 3 markers you might have. It kind of gives you a lot more color options, and it is a little bit easier coloring with colored pencils on top of that marker color. And these colored pencils do erase as well. And I'm even going to put some down along this dark green so it's kind of a two-tone. Alright, so let me show you that if I can. Oh my goodness, what happened to my camera? We are leaning like a, I don't know what. Hold on, let's get this back up here. I'm just having all kinds of issues today. Alright, I think that's better. Somebody should have told me I was leaning. Alright, so you can see, and let me pull my light up, you can see that it's not really colored that great, okay? But that's okay. We can fix it. We can add to it. We don't have to be super blendy and stuff. So I'm going to take this little paintbrush, and I just have my clean off here, and I have a little bit of water, so that way you don't have to watch me doing this. And I just kind of touch it to my hand to take just a little bit off, because I don't want too much water. And then let's bring the light down really close, so hopefully you can see. And I'm just going to blend out. Let me try and hold this. And then we gotta have the light back up. Okay. So let me get it wet again. Hold on. So I'm just going to kind of blend it out. It just activates that watercolor so you can take out those harsh lines and give yourself a nice blended effect. And when it stops blending, that means your brush is probably dry. A little more. And see how ugly that part looks? This is easier when it's down on the table. Let me put it down on the table and I'll bring it back up. Because you know what I'm doing. I just want to show you how nice of an edge you can get. So I'll just do this one. So, see how much nicer this looks than this? That's what watercolor can do for you. Hold that there. So this one I watercolored. This one just has the dry colored pencil on it. And you could even go back and watercolor out a little bit more if you don't like where it was. So it gives it a nice, really blended effect. It adds a lot more color. It adds a lot more color choices for you. So that's how I did that. And then, because you know I don't like to stop there, you can also pull out any of your stickles or your liquid pearls. This is liquid pearl in sage color. If you want the number, it's Z3294 sage. And then we're just going to go around and add, kind of like I did on this one. I'm just going to watch my tip until it comes out. And then I'm just going to dot it where I want it. And add a little bit of dots. And this will have to be a bonus card because I don't have a card for turtle. No card for turtle, baby. Alright, so we're just adding a little bit of that. And that looks like this when you get done. Nice little turtle baby with some little sparkles. Let's see. Trying to get where you can see. I'm going to pull my light over. And hopefully you can see. And if not, I'll take a picture. Alright, so that's the first thing. Now I want to show you this one. So I've got two things to show you with this. And I chose to do the big flower so that way you can see better. Okay. And let me just verify what I did. So I'm taking my citrus blend marker and I'm coloring with light. And why do I have two of these? I don't remember. Okay. So we're coloring with light. Oh, I do remember. Okay. So I'm just going to go around and not even go and clear up to there. And I'm just going to kind of squiggle it here and there. So it's not got a line. And I even went down here a little bit further. Okay. So I'm just going to do a couple of these. And this one, so we're going to do a couple things at the same time. So this is light color, and this is just another variation of adding different colors. And this is the dark of this marker. And again, I'm kind of do the same thing. I'm just going to color a couple of them to show you the technique. Maybe this one I'll do a little bit more. Sorry. I never know how much you want to see or don't want to see. So if you could leave that in the comments if you don't mind watching me color or something. Or if you'd like me to put together cards for you. Just give me kind of a heads up of what you'd like me to do on the videos. Alright. So we've got some color on there that's dark. Might as well do this one. It'll look prettier. And we've got some color on here that's light. Okay? Dark on one, light on the other. Almost done. And when you hear that screeching, that means maybe your marker is starting to get empty, but if you kind of swirl it around and shake it with the lid on, it will move that ink down to the tip where you need it. So you can do that for a few times. Okay. Light one here, dark one here. On the light one, we are going to take this pencil. And here's another reason why colored pencils are a little bit better, because you can put in some nice strong color in here and you don't have to worry about the pens, the markers bleeding because it's colored pencil. So then I'm going to take my colored pencil and I am just pretty strongly coloring in, and there again I'm not even going clear out to where the white is. And you'll also notice I'm moving my paper. That's because I kind of want to go around in a pattern, not just straight across. So instead of just, straight across coloring it, I'm following the pattern of the flower of how it would look in nature. Okay? So that's why you see me turning it. And you can turn it upside down. I mean, either way works. Whatever you're comfortable with. Alright, so that's what we're doing for that one. This one, I'm going to add a little bit of light to this dark, just to get a little bit closer. Okay, just a little bit closer. Okay, so that one's sitting. This one, let me go back. Let's see, what did I do? Yes, I'm going to take my dark and I'm going to color in those. Not that you can't do it, but the colored pencils just, you don't have to worry so much. Alright, so we've got light with the colored pencil, with the colored pencils and the stamens. We've got dark, light, and dark for there. And then I'm going to take this nice reddy orange color and I'm going around those stamens. Oh, make sure I'm on camera. I'm going around those stamens, okay? And coloring in a little red. And this one shows up better than the last color. So I'll hold this one up in just a sec. And you don't have to go completely out to the white. If you leave a little white, it kind of makes a little, gives you a little more contrast. Okay, so we've got this one and this one. I'll turn my light again. Sorry. Alright, so we've got the light colored pencil, or the orangey kind of colored, and the red. Alright, this one we're going to take shimmer brush. Remember, always shake your shimmer brush, pull it from the ends. If you end up pushing here, you're going to get a glob, because that's how you drain from the spiral into the tip. Okay, so we shaky shaky, and now I'm going to avoid those stamens, and I am just going to, again, this is wetting those colored pencils, and it is pulling out the color, or wetting it and smoothing it, I guess, and adding glitter on top of it. Who doesn't love that? I know some of you don't care for glitter as much as others, but I'm sorry, I'm a glitter baby. Like my glitter. Okay, we're just about done. And then you can go out clear to the edge of that middle if you want, where it didn't get it. Just add a lot lighter shimmer, like so. Kind of blends it out a little more. And there we go. Hopefully you can see that shine right there somewhere. So that's the first one. Now you have yellow on here. So take it over to your washi thing and just wash it off. Okay? Now for this one, so that's how we made pretty. For this one, we're just going to do our paintbrush again and smooth it out, but then I have a trick for you. Kind of reminds me of a pansy, all that color. See how much prettier it looks? This is what I've done, this is what I haven't. I'll bring that back up. So I just realized that I went down awfully fast. Probably couldn't see it. I'll leave one still not done. So this is what I've done, and I could go back and blend that out a little more. This is what I haven't. Let's see if I can do it. No, I can't. I know I can't. It's too far. And I need some more water. So I'm going to go get some more water. Oh, and I wiped it all off. Let's get some more water. So we are almost done, you think. But now I'm going to go right back into my colored pencil. And look what happens. You can get, it's basically wetting the colored pencil because it's still wet. Oops, it was, until I got flying around. Just add a little bit more if you need. And it wets the pencil. And lets you add an even darker color, but it's wet, so it's a little smoother, I want to say, depending on how wet it is. Again, wash off your brush from that color. And there you go. A couple of different ways to do it. You could also add stickles, I mean, whatever you want. You could add, where are they? You could add a little bit of, if you happen to get these before they were gone, you could add some of this. And these are really pretty for just accents. Hopefully you can see that. So we could go and oh, don't want to mess it up. Let's do it here and here. I'm going to hold this up in a second. I'm just adding a little bit of color. Like so. This is the one I call Chameleon. It's it's Jelly Roller, and it's got a hashtag 744. And that one I like for just, it works with any of them. So there, hopefully you can see that pretty frosted. It gives it. It's kind of like what a stickles would be, but flatter. So that is your tutorial today, and let me show you the card I have. Like I said, I'll make a turtle card as an extra one. And this is the card that I made. So I've got the red, and I've got the tone on tone with the shimmer brush. So I kind of mixed them up, and I think I might go back and add a little bit of that color that I added on these, because that looks really pretty. I think that would be pretty on there. So that's the card I have for you today. Let me know if you like it. Also, these little dots, shop your stash. These are Seize the Day dots, and it worked perfectly. And I always kind of cluster them around. It's kind of a triangle going. That looks best. And this just had, you know, 3 different colors that went with the paper pack for Seize the Day. But it still works on this, so shop your stash. And the blue that I used today was Bluebird. So this is the light side of Bluebird on the cardstock, and I believe this is full strength here, and this is full strength. So there you are. I hope you have a great day and a great weekend, and I will see you next time. Bye now.